Hey guys, I'm Nike Master Trainer Alex Silverfagan and welcome to your yoga practice. We are going to be doing a yin style class, which means we'll be holding poses for a longer amount of time and really sinking into our muscles and our joints and trying to release all of that tension. So after this session, you should feel renewed, restored, and awesome. Let's get started. We're gonna come down to Shavasana. So come onto your back, extend your legs, lower down. Just reach your arms out to the side and let it go. Let's bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. And just start to send the breath into your fingertips. And with every inhale, you feel yourself lifting off of the mat. And every exhale, you sink deeper down into the earth and into your body. And then just take a moment to scan your body, fingertips to toes. Just noticing where you feel any tension, and then sending your breath there, your attention, your love, your focus. Start to bend your legs, bringing the feet to the floor. And just bring the knees into the center to let the low back release for a moment. And then draw the knees into your chest and reach through your knees for the pinky toe sides of your feet. Coming into happy baby, pressing your feet on the ceiling, using your arms to bring the knees down. And then you can extend one leg or the other and just let it be a little bit playful. And then we'll release from the pose. Keep your right knee where it is and extend your left leg long, moving into a wind relieving. Flex your left foot, take an inhale. And then as you exhale, you draw the right knee closer towards your armpit. Be mindful of that left hip, keeping it down on the floor. The breath is super important as we hold our poses, making sure that we keep our body alive with that breath. And then start to take some circles in your right ankle. Think of making a big circle from the mound of the big toe. And then you'll switch the direction. You can start to use your hands to move your knee around and your leg around in the hip socket. And then you're going to bring your left hand to your left hip. Start to open your knee out to the side. And you don't need to tug any further than a natural range of motion. So we're not trying to overexert ourselves here, just really sinking into our own body's path. And we'll bring the knee across your body to the left. Gaze is going to come over your right shoulder. We're in a supine twist. Be mindful of keeping your right shoulder down, and instead of just trying to get the knee to the floor, sacrificing the entire upper body, really just let the knee kind of drape off to the side as you gaze over your right shoulder. We'll switch sides, coming through center first. Extend your right leg, left knee comes close to you. Flex your right foot, keeping that active. Take an inhale, and then exhale, draw the left knee closer to your body. Circles in that left ankle. And then switching direction. And then moving the leg around in the hip. Right hand comes to right hip, and then gently open your left knee out towards the side. And if you're looking at the screen, you notice my eyes keep going from closed to open. Feel free to keep your eyes closed this entire practice and really just tuning in. If you do have the eyes open, try not to focus on something, right? Just let yourself just take in the surroundings without any judgments. We'll take this to a twist, so your knee is gonna come over to the right. You'll gaze over your left shoulder, and again, try not to tug on your knee any further than it really is asking to go. Left shoulder stays connected to the ground. We'll come through center. Then you're gonna place your arms at your side, bring your knees to your chest, and then extend your feet to the sky, almost like your legs are up against a wall. We're in half plow. Just letting the blood kind of rush down, and don't worry, you may feel a little bit of that sensation, but you'll get that back, I promise. And again, just breathing. Good, last breath here. You'll bend the knees and then place the feet down to the floor and knees to the sky. Bring your feet hips width distance apart and walk them in so it's almost, or so that you can touch your heels with your fingertips. And then I want you to connect to your big toe just as much as your heel in the ground. Press into your feet to lift the hips up and then shimmy your shoulders underneath you. And you're gonna take your hands and place them right on your low back. Your thumbs are by your sacrum. This is a self-supported bridge. So you're really getting this opening in the upper body as well. And again, if this is not working for your arms, you can just take a traditional bridge with the arms at your side, knowing that we're not gonna be here for a crazy amount of time. Just about 3 more breaths. And gently release your hands and roll yourself back down. We'll just let the knees fall into the center again, just to let the low back reset. And then we're gonna flip the way that our feet are. So you're gonna bring the feet closer together and then just let the knees fall open for Supta Baddha Konasana. Now, if you feel any tension in the hips and the groin because your knees don't have any support, just walk your feet out and it'll lessen that angle or degree, but that's a personal preference. And then you can either have your arms out to the side, you can bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly, you can bring both hands to your belly, or I love to bring my arms above my head and grab hold of my forearms. And this is just one of those poses where you just feel super vulnerable. And we often hide from this feeling. We don't let ourselves go here. So it's cool to feel safe on your mat and feel safe and able to just open. Because what we practice on our mat is hopefully what we can bring out into our life. What we can practice every day. Two more deep breaths here. If your arms are above your head, you'll just release them. And then just take a moment to extend your legs, and you can even give them a little bit of a shake. Draw the knees close to you, and we're gonna roll over and make our way onto our stomach. We're gonna be moving into Sphinx pose. So we're gonna come down and place the forearms on the mat, and then let your belly come down. Your elbows are right underneath your shoulders. Press your hands down. And I want active legs here to protect the low back. So think about drawing the booty back. The toes, tops of the toes are pressing into the floor. Nice strong legs. And you're working your chest forward. So I don't want you to be here, right? Push into the floor. This is one of our most active poses for this practice. And breathe. This is a very powerful pose. You should feel super powerful and regal, right? Like Sphinx in Egypt. That's what I always imagine in my head. I'm like, I am here. And my heart is shining forward. We're gonna come down and you're gonna replace your elbows with your palms. And then we'll press up just to shift into our next pose. Walk your knees right underneath your hips. We're moving into puppy pose, Anahatasana. So you're gonna start to walk the fingertips out. And there's two options here. You can either have the chin come down to the floor or the third eye. If you're feeling any tension in the low back or the traps, I'd recommend not putting your chin down, instead keeping a nice neutral spine there. But that's your choice, and you can always change it when you come down. So I'm just gonna slowly start to ease my chest forward. And then you have an option with the chin down or just bringing the head down to the floor. One more breath. And then just start to walk yourself back up, making your way to a tabletop as we move into our next pose. We're going to take a thread the needle. So let's reach our right arm up towards the sky. And then you're gonna wrap that right arm underneath your left arm and leg, bringing your right ear and shoulder down. And then you can start to crawl your left fingertips out. Or if you'd like a little deeper option, you can circle your left hand behind you and take a half bind by placing your left hand into your right thigh crease. And you always have those options. So if you take one of my suggestions and you're like, I liked this better, you can always go back. If you're bound, start to bring that arm back, placing it underneath your shoulder, and then reaching up towards the sky to switch. Right hand comes down, left arm is gonna open up, and then you'll thread the needle, left arm underneath right arm and leg, left ear and shoulder down, and then right fingertips can extend, or you can circle behind you again for that half bind. We'll start to move out. Right hand comes down, and then just open up that left arm. Both hands down to the floor, and then slide your hips back, taking a child's pose. Third eye comes down to the mat. Then we can lift up a little bit. You're gonna bend your right arm, bringing your right hand right by your shoulder. And then you're gonna press down into your right elbow, and you'll feel a nice release in your right tricep. And then we'll switch. Reaching the right arm back, left arm is going to bend. Bring your left hand to your shoulder. And the more you press down into that elbow, the more you'll feel that tricep releasing. And then release the arm, and you'll roll yourself up so that we're coming to Virasana on our shins. But I want you to lift up, and now we're going to tuck the toes, and then sit our hips back to our heels. Still in Virasana, palms down to your thighs. And now you're going to notice the sensation start to come up in the back of your feet, and we're just stretching out the fascia underneath your feet, which don't really get any attention. And I want you to work on this right here. The quick response to a new sensation is usually trying to get out of it. But know that sensations, they pass, right? If you feel any sort of pain, totally untuck. But a sensation, a new sensation, is something to explore, something to breathe through, and I promise the sensation will subside. It's a nice little exercise, noticing that your breath can take you out of something that feels super intense into, all right, I can do this. Again, practicing what you do here, it happens off your mat. We'll take 2 more breaths here. You'll just lean forward to untuck the toes. And then we're just going to do the reverse. So you're going to keep the feet plantar flex, so pointed. I just want you to lean back and start to lift your knees up a little bit. And you'll just feel that reverse sensation. We're not going to be here as long. One more breath. And then we'll come out of it and shift your weight off to one side. And we'll extend our legs out in front of us. Let's take a moment to just walk on the sits bones, moving the fleshy parts out of the way. And then pull your toes back towards your shins. Press your feet down into the floor. And then hands are going to be a little bit different placement for everybody. So if your arms are long, you may need to walk them back a little bit. The idea is straight arms. Now you're going to press your feet down into the floor and your palms down, and think of just like pulling your spine apart, creating all this length. Dandasana, staff pose, really strong. One more breath. And then keep this length, reach the arms up to the sky. Start to pull your chest forward as the hips move back, Paschimottanasana. Reaching for your feet, your legs, whatever is there for you. And I'll take 2 breaths in this active pose, reaching the heart forward. And then just make it passive. Let the feet flop open, let the head get heavy, and just hang over your legs. Start to roll yourself up. And then we'll bend the left leg and bring it underneath you. And then we're going to move into a hip cradle. So you're gonna bend both legs and you're gonna lift the right leg up, bring the right knee to your right elbow, and then the right foot is gonna come to hopefully your left elbow pit. If that doesn't work, just hold on with your hand. That works too. I'm gonna wrap like I'm kind of cradling a little baby. And I'm just gonna rock my hip in its socket, rock my little baby shin. And then we'll release that leg. And the hip should feel really good. And we'll just switch sides. Takes a little bit of maneuvering. Left knee into left elbow. And then if you can, bring it into the right, but always know that this is totally an option. And just take a little rock. Maybe sing a lullaby. And then we'll release that leg down, coming to a crossed-legged seat. If there's another seat that feels more appropriate for you now, please take that. This is just an option. And then we'll reach the arms up to the sky, dropping the right arm, taking a nice, easy side bend. And then we'll inhale up, dropping the left arm and side bending towards the left. Inhale, come all the way up. Then we'll take a nice gentle twist over to the right, left hand over the right knee, right hand behind you. And inhale up to the left. And then you'll reach up back to center. Bring your hands to a prayer and bring that prayer to your heart. Now you have two options here. You can either stay in a seated meditation if you're feeling like you want to be more upright, or you can take it to Shavasana. Lowering all the way back down, just to the same place that we started. And take up space and just let your body rest. Get heavy and just let go. Shavasana is always yours, so if you'd like to stay here a little bit longer, please do so. If you're ready to meet me back in a seat, just bring your awareness back into your body. And then gently roll over to your side. And press yourself back up to a seat. And let the palms open up at your knees. Feeling all this energy around you. And then bring that energy to a prayer at your heart. Bow down, say thank you to yourself for showing up. I thank you, just as your heart, your soul, your mind, and your body thanks you. The hardest part sometimes is taking it easy, slowing down, and giving your body and your mind a chance to recover. But when you do that, magic happens. I will see you guys next time. Until then, namaste.